Benson. My name is Teacher Benson, and today I want to take you through grammar part of English, grammar in English. That is a topic, the title, question tags. Question tags is a topic of the lesson, and it cuts across all the levels of learning. That is from grade 4 to grade 8. Before we start, our objective of the lesson is that by the end of this lesson, you as the learner, you should be able to form question tags to your own statement. So you should be able to form a question tag on your own statement, or you should be able to form a question tag on a given statement. And then what is a question tag? A question tag is simply a question that is put at the end of a statement to invite the listener to either agree or disagree with you on what you have just said. It's just a question put at the end of a statement to invite this listener to agree or disagree with you on what you have just stated. And when you are giving question tag, there are things we must know. When you are giving question tags, there are things we must know. We must form question tags correctly using a few things that we are going to learn today. Now, our first thing is this. How do we form question tags? How do we form question tags? First question is, how do we form question tags? For you to form a question tag, there are some rules that you must follow. When you want to form a question tag, there are some rules that we have to follow. First, we look at the statement. And in the statement, we are asking ourselves the question, how is the statement? The statement can either be affirmative or negative. For you to form a correct question tag, you have to assess your statement, and the statement should either be affirmative or negative. Now, in this case, I can have the statement here. Question tag. If you have a statement, what do you mean? If you have a statement that is affirmative, if you have a statement that is affirmative, or rather positive, how should the question tag be? Definitely, the question tag should be negative. But when your statement is positive, then your question tag must be negative. Point 2. If your statement is negative, definitely your question tag is going to be positive. That's the first part, first thing that you must assess when you want to form question tags to given statements. That you must assess your statement and confirm if it is positive or negative. And then that brings us to another question. That how do you know that a statement is negative or affirmative? How do you know that a statement is negative or affirmative? It is simple. A statement that contains not that one is a negative statement. A statement that contains not, that one is a negative statement. Then part 2, having looked at the statement is affirmative or negative, we have said that if the statement is affirmative or positive, the question tag is going to be negative. And if the statement is negative, the question tag is going to be positive. Then another thing you have to check for in your statement is this. Helping verbs in the statement. The helping verbs in the statement. What do you mean? That if there is a helping verb in a statement that you are given, then we are going to use that helping verb to form the question tag. If we have a helping verb in the statement, then we are going to use that helping verb to form a question tag. So we can take an example. I want us to, let's do examples. Example sentences. How can we form question tags to the following sentences? How can we form question tags to the following sentences? For example, sentence 1, Roman 1, can say, Calvin's is a good boy. On our statement, Calvin's is a good boy. How do we punctuate a statement that needs to be added a question tag? The statement is written, Calvin's is a good boy. We add a comma. And then we are saying that before you form a question tag, first of all, identify if the statement is positive or negative. Looking at our sentence, Calvin is a good boy, the sentence is positive. Therefore, our question tag is going to be negative. How are we going to form the question tag? We are going to use the helping verb that is in the statement. Learn. What is the helping verb that is in our statement? Calvin is a good boy. The helping verb is. Therefore, we are going to use this is to form our question tag. Calvin is a good boy. We are using is to form the question tag. So, and how is our statement? Our statement is positive. So, our question tag is going to be negative. So, Calvin is a good boy. The question tag is going to be is it he? So, Calvin is a good boy. Is it he? So, is it? It's a negative question tag. Responding to the positive statement, Calvin is a good boy. And supposing the statement was negative, the opposite is correct. Calvin is not a good boy. Calvin is not a good boy. What do you think is going to be the correct question tag? I hope you have tried to fill in the correct question tag, and I believe you have said Calvin is not a good boy. Is not makes the statement negative. Therefore, our question tag is going to be is. He? Is he? So you find that not makes our statement negative, making our question tag positive. And when you are writing question tags, we don't start with a capital. It is always, we always start writing with small letter. Same to this. You don't write is capital I. So those are 2 points that you have to note when you are forming question tags to statements. That one, check if the statement is positive or negative. 2, check if in the statement we have helping verbs. We have helping verbs. Then point number 3 that we need to take note of is that what happens? How do we form question tags to statements that do not have helping verbs? How do we form question tags with statements that have no helping verbs? And they say, where a statement does not have a helping verb, then where a statement does not have a helping verb, what do? We introduce the do form verb. We introduce the do form verb. And the do exists in 3 ways, in 3 forms, depending on the parents of the sentence. The do exists in form of do itself, does, and did. The do exists in the form of do, does, and did, depending on the tense of the sentence, and 2, the person in the sentence. Because as you understand, we have 3 persons in English. It's either you are a first person, I or we, second person you, and that third person, he, she, and it. So it will depend on the tense of the sentence and the person of the sentence. For example, she sells furniture. She sells furniture. She sells furniture for mom. What do you think is going to be our question tag to the statement? Nana, I hope you have tried. I believe she sells furniture. The question tag is going to be, doesn't she? Doesn't she? Doesn't she? Because 1, the statement is positive, it's talking good of something, and then 2, the statement does not have a helping verb, and therefore 3, what this person does, it is something that she does every day. So that is in the present simple for habituals. Therefore, you are going to use the introduce the do form that will help us to form a question tag talking of things that happen habitually. Therefore, doesn't she? And she is a third person. She is a third person. So you're talking about a third person in a sentence. So that's how we introduce the do form. So 3 things to take note. 1 is that before you form a question tag for a statement, make sure whether the statement is positive or negative. And then 2, after checking for that, make sure that before you form a question tag to a statement, check if there is a helping verb or not. If there is a helping verb, use that helping verb to form a question tag. And if there is no helping verb, go to our last point where we are saying that you introduce the do form. And the do form simply exists in three forms. It's either do, does, and did, depending on the person and the tense of the sentence. And so learner, I want us to practice how we can add question tags to the following sentences. So our instructions are: add question tags the following sentences. 1. So let's do with you. Let's do together, you the learner. I write. Then you try putting the correct question tag. For example, statement number 1. He hasn't gone to school. He hasn't gone to school. What do you think is our correct question tag to that statement? He hasn't gone to school. So first, is the statement positive or negative? I believe you say the statement is negative, because hasn't is the short form of has not. So he has not gone to school. So if the statement is negative, that's number 1. What is the helping verb in the sentence? The helping verb is has. The helping verb is has. So how is our question tag going to be? Our question tag is going to be positive. And therefore now our question tag is, for this statement, he hasn't gone to school, is going to be has he. That is our sentence number 1. That's our sentence number 1. What about our sentence number 2? Can you try this sentence number 2, which says, she will not go to Mombasa. She will not go to Mombasa. Remember, Mombasa is a place, and Mombasa is a proper noun, so you start with capital M. She will not go to Mombasa. We are talking about she, so we are talking about she who is the third person. The statement is negative because of not. Therefore, our question tag is going to be positive. So the statement is negative because of not. So our question tag is going to be positive. 2, we have the helping verb, the modal auxiliary verb will. So we are going to use will to form the question tag. So learn, what is going to be the correct question tag to our statement? She will not go to Mombasa. I hope you have said, will she? Will she? Will she? So she will not go to Mombasa. The question tag is, will she? Our third example sentence is, the manager is a kind person. The manager is a kind person. As I said, after writing the statement, make sure you put a comma, and then wait to complete it with the correct question tag. So, the manager is a kind person. How is the statement? Positive or negative? Lana? I believe you have said the statement is positive, which is good for your attempt. So the manager is a kind person. That statement is positive. Therefore, the question tag is going to be negative. That's number one. Number two, do we have a helping verb in the sentence? I hope you have said yes, because we have is. Is the helping verb. So, we are going to use is in forming the question tag to our statement. And therefore, 3, which is the question tag to the statement, the manager is a kind person. The manager is a kind person. I believe you have said, isn't he? Isn't he? Isn't he? So this statement is positive, and therefore the question tag is going to be negative. And we are using is because we have is as the helping verb in the statement to form the negative question tag. Then our last example is, we visited the food processing industry last week. We visited the food processing industry last week. Sentence number 4. Say, we visited the food processing industry last week. What do you think is going to be the question tag to that statement? Good. I believe you have filled in the correct question tag. Now, let's fill it with you. Let's do it together with you and see if you got the correct question tag. We visited the food processing industry last week. How is the statement? Positive or negative? The statement is positive. Therefore, the question tag is going to be negative. The statement is positive. Therefore, the question tag is going to be negative. 2. Do we have any helping verb in our statement? The answer is no. Now that there is no helping verb, what are we going to do to get the correct question tag? We are going to introduce the do form. And depending on the tense of the sentence, we realize that it was done. They visited the industry last week. So that is in the past. So we are going to use the do form which is in the past. And which one is that? We visited the food processing industry last week. We are going to use didn't we? Didn't we? Didn't we? So that is our correct question tag to that statement. And if it was in the present, we shall have used the present form of the do verb. Therefore, that's how we form question tags to given statements. Where there is no helping verb in the statement, please introduce the do form depending on the person and the tense of the sentence. And when you are forming question tags, please use the helping verb in the sentence if there is. But remember, always first confirm if the sentence is positive or negative before you do anything else. With that,